Hello, this is Chin from Temokoi, and welcome to Get a Life podcast.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Get a Life podcast. I'm your host, Bishos Mish. This is the first episode of 2014. It's been recorded on the 1st of February. I'm very sorry for that, but, you know, what am I going to do about it? Last episode was the Christmas episode, and we had Raiden and Zombie Desu 13 come to talk about Persona and random stuff and Mozart Kugel, that German, Austrian. Actually, no, it's an Austrian street. It's the one with the marzipan and the shop. I don't know what it's about, but you can go search it up. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. But we have, I don't know what episode this is, but I know that we have 3 awesome guests. Introduce yourselves, guests.
Hello, I'm Jess Banks, and I'm the gaming community manager for Anime League, and I also run their stage and do some of their cosplay.
Hi, I'm Karim. I work for Anime League as their networking. Run tournaments for them as well. And I like to say, hey! Yeah.
Okay, how do I follow that? Hey, my name's Jason Boomer. I'm the founder of Sidefest and organizer of Red vs. Blue UK. And I wasn't expecting to be on today. So hi.
Well, I wasn't expecting to have... Well, I was only expecting to have one person, but, Mike was like, oh my god, there's all these people here, just put them on your podcast. Sorry about that, Mike, but,
Thanks, Mike.
You're saying that as if you don't want to be like, oh man, damn it, Mike, I didn't want to be on today.
No, I'm kidding, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's what they all... Well, no, none of them say that. But anyway, so... Today we're going to talk about Japanese games as we normally do. There's a lot of Japanese games coming out this month. Do you guys know anything about it? Any new games coming out this month? No? Okay, fine.
No.
No? In all honesty. Really?
No.
Sorry.
Wait, let me...
Really?
Stop
Okay.
Googling, Grim.
That's fine. That's fine, guys. Well, I'm going to tell you guys anyway. You viewers should know that Tsukiden is coming out on the 14th, so Valentine's Day. It's not really... I don't think it's a game that is supposed to come out on Valentine's Day, in that sense, but it's a cool game. It's about monster hunting. I say monster hunting. I can't actually say it's a Monster Hunter game, because it's not Monster Hunter. It's demon slaying, let's say. Yeah, it's Tecmo Koei's version of Monster Hunter. Haven't played this game before, but you can download it on your PlayStation Vita. Now, it's cool. Oh, I just opened my Vita, and, random steel drums are playing. That's because I was playing DOA 5 Ultimate. Oh, not Ultimate, Plus. Yeah, Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's coming out in February. What's coming out in March is Ninja Gaiden Z.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, that actually sounds...
Game.
I played it a long time ago.
Oh.
I think a PS2? Well, no, wait, no.
Oh, so you've played...
No,
the
the
previous
PS...
Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah, on the PS Vita. That was it.
Did you play Sigma on the Vita?
That's the one, yeah.
It's a really good game, but the twist in Ayaiba is that you're playing as... you're pretty much playing as Hayabusa's arch nemesis. The person that Hayabusa killed, and now it's like a Frankenstein kind of thing. They put like a robot arm on him, and he's pretty much fighting zombies. It's awesome, and you're pretty much...
That sounds pretty badass.
It's really badass. It's like... I don't know how to describe it. Like, if you were at Eurogamer Expo or MCM Expo, you would have seen it there. I think Shinsun-san was running the booth, and as well as Raiden, and it was just pretty epic and badass, and there's a lot of adult humor in that game, which is lovely to see, because these games normally don't have that kind of adult humor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can...
Cool.
Well, if anything's going to convert me to play Japanese games, I think an undead robot arm wielding zombie killer is going to be the thing to do it.
Oh, you should pre-order it from now, because if you do pre-order it, you get like bonuses and stuff.
Sweet!
Bonuses.
I love bonuses.
I like bonuses.
Oh, the way you say it makes it sound wrong.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, these bonuses are for DOA 5, so that means you get bonus DLC for another game. It's pretty much the way of Tecmo Koei making you buy all their games. So
It's clever.
Yeah, it's really good marketing though. Like, oh yeah, you want to get free DLC? You gotta buy the other game. That's how it works. If Tecmo is listening to this, very sorry, guys. But, I'm just being honest. Yeah. Yeah, so I was talking about Yaiba. Another thing about Yaiba is that you can rip off zombies' arms and use them as nunchucks.
Oh, yes.
Freaking cool.
Sounds pretty good to me.
It is. It's really good. I'm surprised none of you have played it.
No, but you're making me want to play it.
Well, you should play it. You should go watch the videos now, because it's just freaking amazing. Yeah. So it's coming out in March. It was supposed to come out in February, but, these games, they haven't really been finished. Had a lot of problems in the beta demo and the alpha demo that we were playing. Yeah, like zombies were glitching into the walls and stuff like that. And but yeah, anyway. Let's talk about other things. So,
is Final Fantasy as well one?
Yeah, Final Fantasy is. I don't know when that's coming out though. It's either coming out in March or February. I'm not sure because I don't really like to play Final Fantasy games.
Oh, come on!
After what happened with Final Fantasy 13, because I played Final Fantasy 13 and I was on the second disc because I was playing on Xbox, and I just rage quit because there was that guy with like
the boss one.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The guy with like 5 heads.
Yeah. And you gotta use magic heal. Yeah.
It was really a pain in the ass, and I was grinding for ages, and I was like, yes, finally I can do this. And then he cast Doom, and I was like, fuck you, man. Like I'm almost beat him, and he's like, oh, troll, I'm just gonna put Doom on you.
It just shows, if you want to be a gamer and you want to really show off your skills, you got to not give up, man. That's why it's the Japanese game.
Yeah, but it was really a pain in the ass, and I was like, fuck this, and I just threw it.
Or if you want to be a winner, you got to be an epic troll.
Excuse me, there is a woman in this podcast.
You're not a troll. You're a woman.
Yeah.
How that has nothing to do with a woman. I'm a troll woman.
No, I think Fish does have a good point though. There's a certain level when it comes to games where, the hard grind of games of old shouldn't really be there anymore. Games are supposed to be enjoyable. They're not supposed to be this kind of this hard, grinding thing you just have to sit and keep on, doing.
But I enjoy grinding in games. It's just that game just pissed me off because I went back to it recently and I was just like, I still can't do this. I don't mind when it's like resource collecting or minerals or something like that, but when it gets to the point where you're on this boss and you're just hitting it, it's like, no, it shouldn't be what it's like. I just want you to die.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, go on.
I was saying that whenever you come up against these bosses that are, they are turning points in the game, it shouldn't all be about button mashing and the grind. It should be based on using everything you've learned up until that point. Defeat it. Something a bit more involved. Because, like you say, it's really annoying whenever you've been bashing on this guy for ages and ages and ages, and suddenly he does this one thing, and it's just like, you can't win now. There should always be a way to defeat it. And it should always rely on your skill and paying attention to the things that have happened before, not just dumb luck. And it's a bit of a shame whenever they do that. It's like, we've just given up designing this part way through.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a downer, but sorry.
Well, I heard that the new Final Fantasy game won't have that problem, which is awesome. They're going back to the old system because I know there's a lot of people that hated Final Fantasy 13, and then they didn't like Final Fantasy 13-2. But yeah, Lightning Returns looks kind of cool. In all honesty, I've got to play a bit of it at Eurogamer, and it wasn't like Final Fantasy 13, it's a relief because, like I said,
what did you think of Eurogamer this year?
Well, it was kind of cool, but there were some things that I was disappointed by.
Okay.
The Xbox One, that was kind of shit.
That's what everyone's saying.
Because I was like, oh my god, I waited in line for ages. Well, not for ages.
Yeah.
I only waited 10 minutes. Press pass. Yeah. But yeah, I waited in line for 10 minutes. Got to play Call of Duty. It's an alright game, but
okay. If you play Call of Duty, did you try out the Castlevania game? By any chance?
No.
Okay, we were right next. that. We were
Such a
right next to
shameless-
it.
I did see, I saw Castlevania, but I was just like, it's not my kind of game. But yeah, so I played Call of Duty because it was on the Xbox One. I was using the controller, and the controller was cheap and tacky, and it was shit, and it was like the bumpers were on the wrong places, and I didn't like it. It was just cheap and tacky. And then I played the PS4 controller, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is amazing. Because before I used to love the Xbox 360 controller, I'm not gonna lie, and then I don't know what they did. It's like, Microsoft, come on, like really, you had to give us this really cheap. Maybe you want to save money. I don't know how it works, but you should really think about the user here. And I don't know why this controller doesn't work. Why doesn't the Xbox 360 controller work with the Xbox One? Because they're pretty much the same controller.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about it. There was a reason that the PlayStation 3 controller can't work with the PlayStation 4. You know, because PlayStation 4 got that little touchpad on it, and the buttons are laid out differently as well. But I'm not sure. Does the PlayStation 4 controller work with the PlayStation 3?
No.
Doubt it.
I doubt that would. Yeah.
That'd be cool, but
Yeah, see, it's the one thing they can guarantee that you need new ones for. I mean, the games could be backwards compatible. I know they've kind of gone against all that sort of stuff, but games are games. The machine, you have to get a new one. So the only way they can screw that little extra bit of money out of you is by having the controllers completely different. And ultimately, they are the same thing. I mean, fair enough, they've got the little trackpad on the PS4 one, but surely that could have been mapped to a different button. Or, you know, have contextual controls for the thumbstick or the D-pad or whatever it is. It is a little gimmick that has forced people to buy into their new way of doing things. But I don't see why. I mean, PlayStation and Xbox controllers, basically the same thing.
You say that, but nearly everything in society has become like that. Just, if you wanted an example, you can just say Apple phones. You know, everyone's saying about the same thing, saying Apple 5, you know, the iPhone 5 is the same thing as the 5's, you know, 4S and stuff like that. It's just, everything's just getting reprinted. Like movies, everyone's doing like reprints of the same movie nowadays. It's just like,
it's like with the,
exactly.
It's like with the Xbox One as well, when you've got to have the camera attached. That's why I won't touch the Xbox One, because the idea of having a camera attached to it all the time, I'm just like, no. I'm usually an Xbox lover. I will never get rid of my original Xbox, but I am now moving a lot more towards PlayStation, which is very unusual for me because I'm an Xbox girl.
Yeah, so I'm quite tied to Xbox at the minute because with Red vs Blue UK being an Xbox-based event, kind stuck with the idea of having Xboxes there. Can't really sort of step away from that, and having so many of them around, I kind of end up playing them. So
just surrounded by them. Poor man.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I am happy about Persona 4. That sounds really interesting. On October 2014.
Oh yeah, Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Persona 5, yeah. No?
Persona 5.
Persona 4.
Persona 4 is already out.
Dancing on All Night.
Oh yes, we've talked about that one on the last episode.
Oh, I was sorry about that. I do apologize.
No, that's fine. We can talk about it again. I don't know. It's made by the people that made the Project Diva games.
Oh, wicked. Okay, because I know Persona the June 2014 Shadow of the Labyrinth. That one sounds like it's going to be a good one.
Wow. I just got into the Persona games, actually. It's really awesome.
It is actually really good, yeah.
So, what do you think about Persona 5? Because we saw the trailer for it.
I can't wait to actually try it out. I just want to play it. I'm a Persona. I wasn't a big Persona fan. I was never one until my friend was like, "Dude, here's my Vita for a week." I was like, "I'm not going back." I get it back.
That's how most gaming fans culminate. Somebody gives you the game and you can't get off it, and you got to buy it yourself. That's how I find out about all my games.
Dude, I'll give it back to you tomorrow.
See, I nearly got onto. I nearly started playing Pokemon X and Y through the same way. A friend of mine left his 3DS at my house, and stupidly I decided that I would post it back to him because he lives in a different city.
Oh wow!
Never got there.
Oh.
It was lost in the mail.
Oh,
That means the mailman's playing it.
Was it like Royal Mail that you sent it with?
Yeah, I sent it.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah, I sent it registered, but the woman didn't. Yeah, I kind of screwed up there, but
They
got
tend
into
to lose
Pokemon
games
X
a
and
lot.
that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just Royal Mail have this whole like department of lost games, and they know where everything goes, and it's just like, hey, no, some new releases. You want new Call of Duty? Here it is. Maybe that's what they're doing. And you just don't know. Or maybe they're selling it on to like game and stuff.
True. But then again, the funny thing about Pokemon, I'm a big fan of Pokemon that people know about.
You got a Pikachu tattoo.
I have got a Pikachu tattoo. Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah, that has to be done. I'm the new Ash Ketchum. I'm not 10 years old anymore. I've grown up. But no, I'm a big fan because Pokemon is literally, it's like every childhood's kind of like memories just floods by. They're like, oh my god, I first started gaming. How did you start gaming? It was because of Pokemon.
Really? That's a good question. I want you guys to all answer that. How did you start gaming? Like, what was the game that made you say, yeah, I'm going to continue this?
Good question.
I know exactly which one it was for me. It was Bart versus the Space Mutants on the Amiga.
That's
Okay,
legend.
that was old. Oh, my one was Jim the Worm.
Oh, Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, that was it. Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim's awesome.
It's so old. My memory of that game.
Mine was the original 2D Worms by Team 14.
Oh, no.
My granddad
Nice.
set it up on his Windows 95 computer, and I would just sit there for hours and play Worms. I can't play
Worms.
3D Worms because it's not Worms.
No, it's not the same.
It's 3D. It's 3D Worms.
That's a very good point.
No, fair. What do you guys think about 3D in itself, like the product? Doesn't it? What do you think? Does it? Because it's very the different subject. It literally hurts my eyes, really, to be honest.
Well, you mean like 3D?
It is
when
quite
you have the
gimmicky.
glasses?
Like, yeah, but people don't
Well,
say
like
that.
on the Nintendo or something.
Yeah,
or the
on
telly.
Nintendo.
I
the telly,
don't know. I know that a lot of people have been saying that it gives you headaches.
It does.
But
it does.
when I look at the Nintendo DS, the 3D, I really want it. I just think it looks really good. I'm probably going to get slated for this later on, but that's fine. I like the fact that it just gives the games a little bit more depth. I know it's a bit cliquey and it's not perfect, and you dare move your face, it doesn't work.
Know more of it.
Nintendo is my one of my favorite games companies. They've always been the innovators. They've always been the ones trying to do something different. Then they brought the Wii U out, and let's not talk about that.
Hey, the Wii U's not bad. It made me lose.
it's
It
not
made
bad.
me lose some weight. Just
Really?
saying. Throwing it out there. No, I'm joking.
The Wii is really good. The Wii U just doesn't
No,
doesn't
don't
work
say
for
the
me.
Wii is good. What's wrong with you?
No, the Wii.
I like
Hey,
the Nintendo
hey.
Wii.
No offense,
Bowling.
but like, yeah,
Come
when
on,
you're like,
bowling.
when you have friends over, like, I'm not gonna lie, but Big Bang kind of like showed us that the Wii can actually bring people together.
Yeah, but so can other consoles, in my opinion. I only bring the Nintendo Wii out when like there's people that I haven't seen in a long time, and I'm like, yeah, you can use this while I'm playing Dynasty Warriors or whatever. But that's, to be honest, like the only reason for me to play on the Nintendo Wii is Mario Kart because and
Yes.
all the other Mario
Mario
games.
Kart.
But
Yes.
there's just like the other, like the third party games are just shit. To be honest,
I hate the third party games on the Wii. I play it through Akami. Akami is an amazing, and Japanese. Akami's a good game.
And Japanese.
I love the Legend of Zelda. That's how I got into Legend of Zelda. That was from my Nintendo Wii. Mario, of course. Mario Galaxy is an amazing game.
Exactly. Amazing game. I don't know if they're going to do a new one for Wii U. If they will, then I'm going to buy a Wii U.
Yeah, I'd probably be tempted.
I
as well
have like
if
2
you do another
Wii U
one.
games, and I don't own a Wii U, so I don't know what to do with them.
I struggle knowing what screen to look at. I know that sounds really dumb.
Well, no, it's I can see what you mean, because it's kind of like having when you're doing like crossplay on your Vita and you have it on both screens or whatever. It's a similar thing. It just gets confusing.
Yeah, I found with the PS, like I have an original PSP. I seem to sit in this space between I'm not quite retro, but I'm not quite up to speed with everything. So I've got an old PSP, but with the PSPs, I just found they brought out too many all at once, and I was like, I can't keep up with
Yeah,
what's
but that's
going on.
Sony. They always like release a new console. Well, like the same console, but they say, "Oh my god, it's brand new. It's got this. It is so much lighter." Just like the PS Vita.
It's got the screen on the back.
I found that with Nintendo handhelds as well. I mean, they had their spate of 2D, 2DS, 3DS, Lite, all that extra. I can't keep up with it. There are so many that have been released in such a short period of time. I never know which one to get.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I think with the DS, I think maybe the marketing campaign is just a bit more, because I can understand what each unit is for. Like the DS XL, or that's for reading and doing all the brain training and stuff, and I don't care about that. The DS Lite, I do agree with you there, Jason. It is one of these. Oh, I'm going to bring it out and make it less heavy. Then they installing like cameras and stuff in it, and I was just like, no, I like my GBA slot. I like playing Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, I was like, that's another Japanese game. Do you know what? As I keep sitting here, I keep thinking, damn, that's another Japanese game.
Yeah, but the thing is, the thing is, like, there's a lot of misconceptions about Japanese games. Because what I mean by Japanese games are Japanese developers. Even Nintendo, their first-party games, Japanese developers.
Yeah.
Because they are a Japanese company. Fun fact: they used to be a love hotel.
What?
Yeah.
I knew about that. Did they used to sell taxis as well or something?
Nintendo was like a love hotel before that. So yeah,
interesting.
And now they're kind of family orientated.
Yeah, they've always been purveyors of fun.
So no, it's a lovely thing. It's like they start off the families in the hotel, and then there you go. Now they kind of continue on with that.
Yeah, preserve their families with gaming.
Nintendo.
I started off gaming because of my mum, to be honest. I never used to get into gaming until my mum was like, "Here, play this," and I was like, "Oh my god."
So what am I missing?
So
it was just
okay. That's interesting.
I'm the same. My mum's a big geek, and we used to watch Star Trek together when I was really young. And yeah, no, this is really sad. Yeah, we used to. Do you know the game RuneScape?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I know.
I still play that game.
You still play it?
Yeah, still alive.
I still play it as well.
How different is it from?
It's very different. It's much more modern now. Much.
I don't like the graphics. I liked the old cliquey graphics that were awful. It just was
difficult. Like, I was stuck in I think it was a game where I was in a cave and I was in there for like 2 days because I didn't know how to get out.
What?
Yeah.
That just means that you can't play RuneScape, Karim. That doesn't.
No, I know I can't play the game. I'm not going to give up. I'll stay there. Trying.
What cave were you in?
There was a lot of spiders.
This is going off on a terrible tangent. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. We love tangents here on the podcast.
Jagex not quite Japanese.
Well, no, it doesn't really matter in the end. Games are games. Doesn't matter where they're from. But like I said, this is a Japanese gaming podcast. Just saying, we just focus on Japanese games. But yeah, what were we talking about? I just forgot now. We were talking about RuneScape, but what were we talking about before that?
Pokemon.
Persona, and then Wii came involved.
Oh yeah, Wii.
And Nintendo.
Wii. Yeah. So yeah, I got like 2 Wii games. I can't really trade them in because I got them signed by voice actors. So yeah,
that's kind of cool.
It's kind of
prizes to give away.
And what was it? Who signed it?
I got Troy Baker to sign it, Yuri Lowenthal, Tara Platt. Who's the other guy? The voice of Ezio. I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Roger Craig Smith. That's his name.
Oh, okay, cool.
And Richard Epcar. I think I said that already. And yeah, I got all those to sign it because it was Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper for the Wii U. I got 2 copies of that because I won them at the Tecmo Koei booth at MCM Expo. And I was like, can you guys sign these please? Because I was checking and I saw people, they were trading it in at CEX and they were only getting £5 for it. It's understandable because the game is just a port. It's like it was made on the PlayStation 3, then it was ported over to the Xbox because the fans wanted it on the Xbox over here. And then they released a Wii U version with 2 new characters and blah blah blah. But yeah, it was just that, and it's not worth that much. So I got them to sign it and still have them downstairs in my room. But yeah, and I want to give one away, but at the same time, I'm finding the right time to give stuff away. I'm just taking all this stuff and just giving it all away at once. I don't want to. Yeah.
I definitely will be waiting.
You're just gonna
Definitely be waiting.
You're just gonna wait for the giveaway, even though there might not be a giveaway, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait for it all day, every day."
See, what you want to do is never give it away, and there you've guaranteed yourself a lifelong listener. Just
Oh.
waiting for the day.
That's very true,
But then
Karim.
I'll just
You've
have-
just been.
But then I'll just have one listener, and then everyone will be like, "Oh, fuck this! I'm just gonna leave. He's never gonna do it. He's just lying about it." And then just one person will be listening, and it's probably someone I know, like one person. But yeah, so I have 2 copies. One for myself. I was told to keep. I was told by Chin, do not sell these games because they're probably worth more than £100 now, because they were signed by Troy Baker as well. Like, he's not even in the game. Because to be honest, most of these voice actors are not in the game. None of them are, because this game was voiced in Japanese. But the characters they normally played in previous games are in this game, and I was like, sign it. And when I gave them to sign the game, they saw the title and they're like, oh man, I remember recording for this game, and I was like, what? So it makes me think, did they record the English audio but they never released it, or maybe they got confused with the previous game? I'm thinking they got confused with the previous game, because I don't think they will record English audio and the company say, hey, no, we're not going to give you guys English audio, because that would just be stupid, and it would piss a lot of people off.
And I know that's not cheap either.
Yeah, that would just be a waste of money, especially that game has like more than 120 playable characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a lot of studio time.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of studio time, a lot of money. That's why most of these Japanese companies, they tend to just release the game either in Japanese voice or they don't release it at all. It's a shame, because we're not getting to see a lot of games being localized over in the UK and overseas because of this. One of them is Sengoku Basara 4, which is not. I don't think it will be localized over here because Capcom are just mean, but that's fine. We love you, Capcom. We don't know you. All we know is that you guys make Mega Man, and Mega Man's awesome. Speaking of Mega Man, have you guys played Dead Rising 3?
I have. Not.
Yes, I have. Yeah. Well, which one are you talking about?
Well, briefly.
There's another one out now, isn't it?
Is there? There's another Dead Rising 3?
Let me check.
Because I know Dead Rising 3 came out on the Xbox One, and they
That's
had,
the one. Yeah.
and they had the Mega Man costume, which is freaking awesome. As you shoot like plasma balls out of your hands, it's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Wow.
That's one reason to buy an Xbox One. But I really don't see why it's an exclusive for the Xbox One.
Is anybody waiting for the Super Smash Bros. By any chance?
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm
What?
excited for it.
What?
Hell, I'd play it.
I'm not a big fan of the Super Smash Brothers because I'm more into
I
Dead
am
or Alive.
such a big fan. Okay.
So,
See, I can never figure out Super Smash Bros. I'm always there trying to button mash, and obviously that's not the right technique because I keep dying and jumping off the map. But everyone is there, like Princess Peach, completely schooling me because I have absolutely no idea how to control that game. And I'm there as Mewtwo trying to be all teleporting and shooting energy balls and stuff, and I just die. I always end up in the off the edge of the map.
I just play Icarus and I just fly around, and I usually end up getting the Smash Ball first, and then Icarus's smash attack's pretty rubbish. So
I go as Pikachu and just run around, just turning into a ball and just electrocuting people. Yeah, it's quite fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw Mewtwo and thought, come on, he is a complete badass. He's clearly going to win the fight. And then a lady with an umbrella beats me, and I feel completely emasculated.
Well, they don't call her a peach for no reason.
it's the women that are trolling you.
Exactly. If you're going to be a winner, you've got to be an epic troll, and I'm clearly being trolled with an umbrella.
I haven't played Dead
love-
Rising, but the game looks really good.
it does. It looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even into Dead Rising. It's just I just saw Mega Man and I was like, yes, There's a reason.
Is there true that there's going to be another Bayonetta game?
Oh, I heard about that. It was a Bayonetta 2 that's going to be exclusive to the Wii U. But
Because that sounds really good.
I don't know why it's an exclusive. Personally, I think the Sega have been waiting so long to release this game that probably they're going to end their contract with Nintendo, or their contract's not going to last or something, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, it's on next gen consoles. Because I think they could have taken this time to make the game on next gen console instead of just say, hey, Wii U. No one even buys the Wii U. Not many people even own a Wii U. The Wii U sales are that bad that I don't think Bayonetta 2 is going to make much. So I'm hoping Sega's like, okay, we know this, so we're going to release it on next gen consoles. Because I don't want to play it on the Wii U, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah.
But it's Japanese.
Well, most games are. Even.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. Just because you were like, it was Japanese, I thought, I wanted my place to shine.
Speaking of more Japanese games, are you guys excited about the new Zelda game?
Yeah.
I love Zelda.
Do you guys know which one I'm talking about?
No. Last one I played was Twilight Princess.
Well, I'll explain it to you. It's a spin-off game. It's the first official Zelda game on the Wii U. It's called in Japanese it's called Zelda Muso. They've kind of taken that from the other Dynasty Warriors games, but it's in English it's called Hyrule Warriors, which is pretty much a hack and slash Legend of Zelda game. I don't know how it's going to work, but you're pretty much playing as Link, kicking some ass, fighting with sword and bombs and crazy other weapons. Because I haven't played Legend of Zelda games, so I wouldn't really know. But I think this game is going to get a lot of people buying the Wii U. I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, my girlfriend is a huge Zelda fan, and I'm pretty sure that alone will sell a Wii U to us.
To be honest, Zelda has its own fan base, to be honest, and it's just, no matter what it is, people just...
People buy it because it's got
They just go
Zelda.
for
I'm a
it.
sucker for that.
You know what I mean? It's just Zelda. Just like there was a new one on the 3DS, it was a gold one, and they were giving out treasure boxes. I had to go between two worlds, and I just went the link between two worlds, and I just went for it straight away, just because it came with a treasure chest, and it had Zelda on it.
Was the treasure chest the one that you open? It's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
No, I've seen that.
Come on,
That's quite
man.
awesome. That is a
I would
reason
get
to buy a
that
game.
just a bit. There is, just for that.
Oh my god.
I felt like I was in heaven.
There's someone I know that's like a big fan of Zelda, but yeah, because I'm
Crossover, the crossover with Dynasty Warriors sounds interesting though.
yeah no
Dynasty Warriors is lots and lots of mobs and slashiness.
Yeah, well that is how Dynasty Warriors works. I like how you say Dynasty Warriors. It's so English.
Sorry.
To be on, no, it's fine because there's a lot of people I know that say Dynasty Warriors, and I'm like, it's Dynasty Warriors. But no, that's because I think it's the Americans pronounce Dynasty, English pronounce it Dynasty. But anyway, it's Dynasty Warriors as a game has gotten a lot of shit because people have been saying, hey, this is just a game, you're just fighting thousands of people, and all you need to do is press the square button. That's not true. Kinda is true, but. But it's just, I don't know, there's more to it than that. I find this Dynasty Warriors, the reason I play Dynasty Warriors is because that game was the first game I played as a kid. I used to wake up, I say this every episode we talk about Dynasty Warriors on the podcast, but I'm going to say it again, because you guys don't know. It's, I was 6 years old, and got Dynasty Warriors on the PS2, and all I used to do was play Dynasty Warriors. I used to wake up at 6 a.m. To play Dynasty Warriors. Yeah. Before school, and then after school, and then before school. No, it was like a continuous cycle. And I went through 3 discs, or 3 copies of that game. Like I broke them all because I used to play them a lot. And to be honest, PS2 discs were kind of shit anyway. They kind of broke very easily. But it was a really good game. And the thing is, I only beat the game with one person, one character. I only played as one character, and there was like 40 playable characters. So I've only experienced one story mode. I was just playing the game over and over again. I was a stupid kid. I couldn't realize that, oh my god, there is more characters you can play as and more stories to experience, but,
So now you know.
Now I know, but the problem is I can't go and buy the game again because I can't find it anywhere. Sad.
Dynasty Warriors 1?
Dynasty Warriors 2.
2?
2.
Okay.
Dynasty Warriors 2.
Well, if there's a copy in,
Shall
I
we-
bet there's a copy in this flat. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt doesn't have a copy.
Dynasty Warriors 2.
I was about to say, I'm sure we could find a copy somewhere,
Yeah.
and then you've got 39 new run-throughs to go through that game.
Pretty much. I hope so. I really do. But
That's a lot of killing.
I was hoping that they would release it on the PSN marketplace because they released Dynasty Warriors 5 and Dynasty Warriors 4 and all these other old games, but they didn't release Dynasty Warriors 2 or Dynasty Warriors 3. But in Japan, they released those in Japan, but they didn't release them over here. I don't know why. Maybe because a lot of people that got into the game at Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5 and blah blah blah, but not many people started off from 2.
Well, did they start with? Did they re-release 4 and then move upwards, or did they?
Well, no, the way they did it was because Dynasty Warriors 6 was already on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So Dynasty Warriors 5 was on PlayStation 2, and so was Dynasty Warriors 4. So they released as like a PS2 game on the PlayStation Marketplace Dynasty Warriors 4 and Dynasty Warriors 5 at the same time.
Okay.
It's not a HD remake or anything, it's just standard PS2 emulator stuff.
Yeah.
So they released that, but they didn't release Dynasty Warriors 2 and they didn't release Dynasty Warriors 3. But in Japan, I think they released every Dynasty Warriors game because it is like one of the most popular games in Japan.
Yeah, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility that they might actually
It isn't, but
do that.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done with this. And Chin always says this to me. He says, if you guys want a game, tell me. And if there's more than one person, they want the game, you have to tell Tecmo Koei Europe. So then they can try and bring it overseas. Because, you know, if the fans aren't saying things, then how is the company going to do anything? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening, you want any game. What if you want Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate? If you want that to come overseas, tell Tecmo Koei. But don't be a bitch about it. Don't be like, hey, Tecmo Koei, fucking bring the game over. No. You have to be polite about it, because that's the only way people are going to listen. Okay? You don't go to McDonald's and ask, I want a fucking cheeseburger, because no one's going to give you a cheeseburger if you scream at them. I'm going.
No,
off
you
in
get
a
knocked
tantrum.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Or someone might spit in your cheeseburger.
Yeah, or they drag through the drive-through window.
That escalated kind of quickly.
To be honest, do you think that ever happens in McDonald's? Like you piss someone off and they just...
Have you not?
I
Have you
don't
seen
really
that
want to
video?
think about it,
in,
to be honest.
Have you seen that video on YouTube from a couple of years ago? That was it was the New Year chicken nugget video.
Oh yeah. The
the lady
was going
drove
crazy.
Yeah, through the drive-through, and she started having a go, and the person dragged them through the window. That's going to happen, you know. Be polite, or people are going to drag you through windows.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Man,
Anyway,
fast food's awesome. I know I'm just
Yeah.
saying this is random, but I feel that fast food in this country is not as good as it could be.
yeah, the Americans
depends on
have got it
where
down
you
to
go,
a
really.
T.
Well, but the stuff that you eat in America, Americans, if you're listening, please don't be offended. It's not real. Do you know what I mean? Like the stuff you eat there is not meat. It could come from anywhere. Let's be honest.
Genetically engineered and all. I mean, you've seen if they've got the purple tomatoes that they're going to be releasing in the UK soon. Like genetically engineered them to be more healthy, but they turned out purple for some reason.
That's a bit.
Oh, someone's
See?
watching Chocolate Willy Wonka.
Hey, I would eat purple tomatoes. Can you imagine having purple ketchup and purple pizzas?
Yeah, that'd be
Ooh.
perfect.
That'll be cool.
Awesome. And the greatest thing is, the pizza would be good for you. You can ignore all the cheese and the whatever because it's got healthy purple tomatoes.
The meat and the oil and all that. I don't know. I don't eat much I don't eat much fast food, so I can't really
I like
comment.
wedges.
You know, I like kebabs, but at the same time, you go to a kebab shop and you're like, that's not really. I don't think that's lamb. Like,
No.
it looks like dog meat or something, or donkey. I don't know. It could be any of that. But
Yeah, UK kebab is quite questionable.
yeah, it's the mystery meat, but it's delicious. Honestly. But I don't see anyone that would eat a kebab if they're not drunk. You know what I mean?
I eat a kebab when
Yeah.
I'm drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a
just like
crazy
food.
person, Karim.
Must be.
Oh, come on. Are you telling me a kebab on a nice cold day with a nice soft drink is not good enough for
Disgusting
me?
when you're not pissed.
Exactly. No, it's just like.
I had it for lunch one time. I had a kebab for lunch.
Yeah, but don't you think? Oh my God, I'm eating some poor animal that was stranded on the street, and they just took it in and they skinned it.
Nope. I was like, I need more ketchup on this
Oh.
lamb doner kebab.
I love how you say lamb doner kebab. You don't know
Yeah.
it's lamb. It could be dog.
Okay, mystery meat. I need more ketchup.
Is the ketchup to mask the flavor of the kebab? Isn't it?
Maybe. Why do we use ketchup?
Why?
Is it the taste? Or to
No
hide the fact that we really don't like what we eat with anything on with ketchup? The taste. It has to be the taste, I think, yeah.
I think so.
Like there's some.
That's a mystery. That's like a mystery wise word. Why do
Karim,
we
you need to
use
go off and
ketchup?
do a podcast about that there.
I do, don't I? I need to make a podcast about ketchup.
Yeah, open up a survey or something. Poll the people.
Do you want ketchup to be A, purple, B, filled with tomatoes, C, not mask the taste of your
You want it
food?
to be a mystery ketchup. Oh, that'd be nice if your ketchup could actually taste like pizza.
I was going to say this conversation took quite a turn from Japanese games.
That's
to
fine.
Really did, didn't it?
Fine. That's
Ketchup.
That's okay. And like, I was recording with KG Tang a couple months back, and we were talking about games, and somehow that turned into meat buns. So it's fine.
Cool.
It's fine.
So it always goes to somewhere where there's food.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it does always go somewhere where there's food. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Do you
gamers
know what? That's very true. Because when I was first talking to Bish, we ended up talking about waffles.
Nice.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Waffles are delicious though. If you guys live in London, you should go to Waffle Meisters. They're not sponsoring us, by the way. I'm just saying it's out of Bond Street Station.
Well, they
Okay.
should sponsor you,
Yeah, they should.
They should, so I can get waffles.
Free waffles.
and they should supply us with free waffles.
Why should they supply you with free waffles?
Hey!
Not
We're helping.
So,
aren't we?
okay, so every guest that comes on, I'm gonna give them free waffles. Okay,
Damn right. No,
I
not
know.
you. They are.
but they're a small company. That's
Oh.
that's a problem.
Dude, that tastes. Oh, I want waffles.
Okay, then go on the Jubilee line, and then
Mate.
take it to Bond Street, and then just leave the station. There it is, right next to the station. It's amazing.
I should be able to. To be honest, I live close by, so yeah, I'll check it out.
You should check it out. It's freaking amazing, and they got like ice cream and it's Oreos on it. And
Well, if you're not, are you from London based? Just asking.
I am, yeah. I am from London.
Have you heard of the Mad? I'm not they're not sponsoring me either. The Mad Cafe. You know,
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
into gaming
Loading
and
bar.
stuff, they're
We've
that's
had
not
them
bad
on
if you're.
podcast before. We've
They're really
interviewed
good.
them. If you guys want to check that out, you can. It's in our iTunes page. You can't check it out on Stitcher because that's new, and it's pretty much only putting out the new episodes. So you have to use iTunes. But yeah, no, we had them on the podcast. They're quite interesting people, and we're hoping to do some events there in the future. We can't really say. Some Skullgirls events, hopefully.
Oh,
So who's this?
We're talking about Loading Bar. You know Loading Bar?
Yeah, I know London Bar.
Soho.
Yeah, in fact, our friends at Big Red Barrel, they do the Tuesday night tabletop game thing down there. It's
wicked.
quite an interesting event, actually. Yeah, if you guys are ever in the area on Tuesday nights, go down there and talk to Tim and tell him that I sent you. He's
Okay.
lovely, lovely guy.
I
And
still
you should
remember
Now
know
you're going to see about 200 people just going in there going, "Hey, this guy sent me."
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Ouch. But yeah. I always wanted to kind of arrange an event. We're hoping to get more events there, like some Dead or Alive events and stuff. Because every time I go to Loading Bar, there's this one thing I really don't like about it, is the fact that there was this one game and then the discs broke and they didn't get replacement for it. And I'm like, damn it! Why not? It was DOA 5. I'm always there and I'm asking, do you guys have DOA 5? And then they say the same thing, no. One of the Xbox fell off, they fell off the shelf and the game got ruined. That's one thing
Nice.
I don't like. They don't really like, you see them on the shelves and stuff, and one of the shelves are like slanted, so I'm always going to think, is that Xbox going to fall down while I'm playing it?
Yeah.
So if you go to the loading bar, you'll see it, and you know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, recently they got PS4 in there as well. Sony gave them one, but it's like covered in glass, so I don't think it plays retail games or anything. Not quite sure. But yeah, speaking of the loading bar, have you guys tried any of their drinks there?
I have not.
I think I've tried the cocktail.
Oh, that's a nice one. A drink to the past. I love that one.
Yeah, that was it.
Pretty nice.
Sadly, I'm
Sounds
not
like a
London
lot of
based.
nice places I need to go.
Oh, you're not London based?
No, I'm on the opposite side of Reading. Small place between Newbury and Hungerford. No one in the universe has ever heard of this town, so yeah, I'm about an hour's train ride out of London. But yeah, I'd love to come down and check out Loading Bar at some point again. It's a pretty awesome place.
Okay. Speaking of London, are you guys gonna go to London Anime Con, which is next week?
Definitely. I'm hoping to be working there.
Same.
You are? Yeah, I'm working.
Oh
as
no,
well.
yeah, London Anime Con. Yes, I'm working there.
Okay.
You are, Karim, because you're running a League of Legends tournament,
I forgot.
which
No, I
you
thought
probably
you
should
meant,
talk about.
Yeah, we're having a League of Legends tournament. I'm actually hosting a tournament at the moment as we speak. There's a tournament going on online right now where people face each other to win tickets for the London Anime Gaming Con on February the 8th and 9th, 2014 at Rocket Complex on Holloway Road. So yeah, I'm hoping, people get enter the tournament and have some fun, really. Most people come down literally just to socialize, and it's good to see people smile, to be honest. Because I feel like home when I'm with people who are like into anime and into games and stuff like that, so it's really fun.
Okay. So, Jess, what are you gonna be doing in LAC?
Well, I'm actually also the stage manager, so I take care of all of the stage events. So that's what I'm going to be doing on the day. And I'm going to be helping out with the cosplay as well. So we've got Masquerade, and we've got the Cosplay Mashup, which is a new event this time round that I'm going to be organising. And that's basically you get given some boxes, and you get a time limit, and I name some gaming characters, and you have to create a costume in 5 minutes of that particular gaming character. So yeah.
Okay, so the contents of these boxes, are they going to be random, or are you just going to be like, okay, this is one of the characters, so I'm just going to...
No, they use the actual boxes to make the characters, and we give them like glue and...
Wait, they use the boxes, so there's nothing inside the boxes.
There's nothing inside the boxes. They make the cosplays on stage.
Oh my god. So I thought they...
That's awesome.
That is kind of awesome, actually. But, well, if you said like a Gundam or something, then a lot of people do that'd be pretty easy. You just put the box on your chest. Yeah.
Yeah, we did Minecraft last time, which was a bit... That was hilarious.
Make it a challenge. Make it a challenge this year. Maybe say Hatsune Miku. That'd be so difficult to do. Or something like that. Or like put like another character in there. Maybe something not so blocky.
I'll say a Street Fighter character. That could be pretty good. Or the old Final Fantasy characters where they had the hands that weren't hands.
God.
So yeah. Jason, are you going to be there?
I am actually. I'm going to be running some tournaments as well. We are doing Halo 4, Call of Duty 4 is by far the best one. Trials HD,
Okay.
Mario Kart on Wii, and we will be doing a Minecraft creative session across the 2 days, where you can come down and basically create anything from an anime series, and we'll be taking photos and sending them out as tweets, and the photos that get the most retweets over the weekend will be winning prizes and all. And obviously there'll be prizes for the other 4 tournaments as well.
Okay, that's so. Do you know what these prizes are going to be?
They're going to be cash prizes or Mike will be sorting out because it's £50 cash prize. Or
I could probably
equivalent.
tell you. I could probably
If
tell
you
you. So
could.
you're doing the. Give me 1 second. So you're doing the Halo tournament, yes?
Yeah.
So the Halo 4 tournament is any choice of a game from the shop, sorry, which is worth up to £55 for the winner. For Karim's League of Legends tournament, it's a £30 prize for the winner.
Yep.
For the Sunday tournament, the League of Legends ones, it's a £100 prize for the winner. So you've definitely got to come down for that. What were the other ones that you were doing? I'm sorry.
It's Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. So Call of Duty 4, that's any prize from game worth up to £55 again.
There's Trials HD.
Trials HD is any game from game again.
And we will be doing Mario Kart Wii.
And Mario Kart Wii. Yep, that's another game from game. Once again, worth up to £55. There may also be some cash prizes as well, but leave that one with me.
Okay.
Okay. Is there going to be any other tournaments there besides these ones?
Yes, there is. We've got quite a lot on this time round. So we've got Street Fighter 4, Dead or Alive 5, Blaze Blue, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's being done by Vault Up. We've then got like a casual gaming lounge. We've got Retro Collect and Retroactive. We've got the Smash UK community. We've got Parallel Worlds, which is doing some TCG for us. Then we've got our exhibitors as well. So we've got Games going to be coming down, and they're providing something like £600 worth of support. There's a lot of games that Game have very kindly given to us to support the tournaments. And we've got Namco Bandai as well. And I think Nintendo are going to be there because I think they're running a Nintendo competition. Actually, no, I think they're running the Nintendo UK Championships or something. That one's still getting finalised at the moment. So yeah, it's really good. And we have LAN as well. There's going to be more than League of Legends running on LAN, I think. So yeah, everybody should come down because it's going to be really amazing.
So regarding this DOA thing, I want to know more information about it because I don't think I'm the ultimate DOA fighter, but I'm alright at it. And it's a game I recognise because, to be honest, sorry about this, Karim, I won't be anywhere near the League of Legends because that doesn't interest me at all.
That's fine. You might come by and say hello. You
I
never know.
I will do that, but I won't join in the tournament. Maybe I might look around and be like, oh, maybe this is kind of cool, but I'm not
It's okay.
too fussed about that.
One day, you never know. You might just have a go.
Maybe one day, but I don't think that'll be anytime soon. So
No, okay.
I'll probably join the
most-
Mario Kart thing though.
You should. I mean, most of our tournaments are pretty standard, and the reason that we do that is because we want to make sure that we've got as many people that can just jump in and play as possible. We try not to be we don't really want to support kind of like elitist gamers. We just want everybody to come in and have a go, enjoy themselves playing. So we think that's the best way to do it, and I'm sure Jason running his tournaments will agree.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there are two different ways you can do gaming tournaments, and you can either have your huge... I mean, League of Legends is one of those types of games that has a very hardcore following, but it also has quite a barrier to entry, that if you don't know the very particular details about the game, it can be difficult to do. But otherwise, the general gaming community likes to experience different things and try a variety of games, which is why games that are easy to jump in and just literally pick up a controller, play a level or two and drop out are much better for tournaments because it's not so difficult. You don't have that steep learning curve, and it's more inviting for the larger audience, which is ultimately what it's all about.
As well, we're very lucky to have a very, what I think to be one of the nicest gaming communities of any event, because, people are very casual and they are very chill. Yes, sometimes, of course, it can get heated when it comes to the tournaments, but that's part of the fun. And I've never seen anyone be like, oh, blah, 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 you did this, you cheated, etc., etc., which I've seen at some gaming events, which is a bit of a shame. But everybody's really nice, and they're really up for just letting anybody in, even if you're a newcomer. So Yeah, everyone should come along and play some tournaments. And if you don't want to do that, play some
Definitely.
games. We've
Don't
also
be
got some
afraid.
really, don't be afraid. We've also got some really kind of fun. We try and put on something a little bit fun every year. So when it comes to we've got DDR, and we do the sight reading tournaments, which are, Taru programs them all, and he takes like 3 or 4 days of time to program each section or something. It's crazy. And that's always good fun. And then we've got our Guitar Hero tournaments, and we've got like a little twist where we do awesome points. And one year when I was running it, we ended up basically having somebody strip down to their boxers at the con on somebody else's shoulders, playing the guitar behind his back. So that's what anything to kind of get the community involved and doing daft
Don't
things,
forget
I think.
the big one. We have a great voice actress coming down as well.
Oh yes, Colleen, and
Don't
the last name I
forget
can never
her,
pronounce.
Yeah. I was hoping you would.
I don't want to try. I think it's Clinkenbid.
But she
I
has
don't dare
done
pronounce
many. She has done many voices for a lot. She even did Gohan in Dragon Ball Z.
Which Gohan? The younger Gohan or the older Gohan?
It was the younger one in the photo.
Yeah, it was the younger one.
It's the younger one, yeah. So
Doesn't
she
she have,
is
like,
someone to
50
come down to
something?
see.
Gohan. Well,
It's like 50 something voices or something.
Yeah, she's done
I'm
a
terrible
lot.
for voice actors, but she sounds amazing. I can't wait to meet her.
She even, well, she did a lot, and she's doing free autographs. So that's one way of saying, hey, guys, come down. Don't you know me? I know you. Let's just get interacted and have some fun.
Yeah, you could be like, well, there was these 3 nutters talking about her on this podcast. With Fish.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we've got our cosplay, and we've got Karim. How many cosplay guests do we have? We have lots.
We have plenty.
Lots and lots and lots.
Plenty.
We have the top 3 in the UK in terms of cosplay guests. And 12. Oh, we've got lots of people. Come along, it'll be fun. Come game.
along. It's going to be big. It's going to be loud. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be game-tastic. That's a new word. There we go. Game-tastic.
okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Game test.
In fact, we had a pretty random encounter at Alcon up in Leicester in September. We decided that we hosted our gaming section, and then we decided that we were going to go, for a bit of a drink and check out the after party. And there's a web series, Red versus Blue, which is the series that the event host is based on. And we actually noticed that a few of the people at Alcon were wearing T-shirts from Red versus Blue. So we started, we were trying to track them down, just saying hi and all that sort of stuff, gamers being social. Turns out they end up stepping up on stage, and they were some of your cosplayers. And I think it was Teal Pirate was one of your cosplayers.
The cosplay troupe. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're legend.
they're actually
They are.
they're big Red versus Blue fans, and we randomly bumped into them at the event up in Leicester.
I'm a big Red versus Blue fan.
Then you
I
should
know
definitely
lots of
come to
people.
RVB UK.
Shit! Oh gosh, you're tempting me. I'm sorry. This is turning into like, oh, I want to come down to that now. Yeah.
I've been. I think this year will be the 7th year that I've run it, and looking forward to making it to the Big Ten.
Wow. That's a lot of dedication. Right there.
Yeah, well, it's a great community. I mean, the same as Anime League, they've got a great community, and it's all about networking, really.
Share the love and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Share the love. That sounded really
Hey.
lame. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, it's how I'm here.
Yeah, well,
Oh yes, because you got commandeered in.
it's fine.
Only slightly.
You're saying that as if you're like someone put like a gun to your head or something.
You will come in this podcast.
Hey, it's been a good laugh.
I hope so.
Yeah, it has been really good fun.
Anyway, all jokes aside and stuff. Regarding this DOA 5 tournament thing, is there going to be any prizes, or how's that going to work?
DOA, Dead or I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the re-races. It's Dead or Alive, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
DOA.
Yes. We've got prizes from KOEI. I'm not too sure what they are yet. I don't think they've actually been announced. But as soon as they are, I'll let you know.
Oh, so who's providing them? The prizes?
Somebody called KOEI? I'm not entirely sure who that is.
EI.
EI,
Koei.
yes.
Tecmo Koei.
There we go.
Tecmo Koei.
Yes.
That's who we were talking about. Like half the podcast. No, but seriously, Tecmo Koei. They're the people that make Dynasty Warriors and Dead or Alive and Tukiden, and like I said, they're one of the biggest Japanese gaming developers, or they're not really they're publishers out there. Yeah, pretty awesome people. Just saying. So they're going to be providing anything. Is Revit Up going to be? Because I know they're the ones that are going to organize this tournament. Are they going to provide any sort of prizes or?
I think most of the prizes for the Revit Up tournaments are actually coming from Game. But once again, because as I'm sure you're aware, a lot of gaming companies have a tendency to work very last minute. Some of the prizes that we've got won't actually be announced or declared yet, unfortunately. But most of the prizes that we've got are very kindly coming from Game, because they are supplying a lot of prizes to, I think they're supplying some to Smash as well, which will be really good. So yeah.
Game is really awesome. There have been a lot of fans of mine, of the podcast, listeners and things like that. They kind of dislike the fact that I love Game a bit too much.
They're really awesome guys to work with. They're really up for anything as well. Like, they're really energetic and they've got a lot of ideas in terms of.
Who within Game have you been working with?
Karim and
okay.
Lee.
He's the manager, yeah.
Kieran's awesome. I met him at Eurogamer once. A really nice guy, and he used to be the store manager of my local game store before it shut down. Yeah. But
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Pretty awesome guy.
Yeah. So I don't sound like an idiot. I'm terrible. I don't know
Will he be there?
a lot about Dead or Alive, unfortunately.
That's fine. But you should play it at the expo. At the AnimeCon. You should.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I mean, the last time I played Dead or Alive 5 was actually very briefly at Eurogamer, and it was actually with Karim, and we had a tournament where we held the controllers upside down.
And I definitely came last.
Oh.
You did.
Actually, I won one game.
I beat you very, very, very much. It was good fun.
No, I won half a game.
No, you didn't. I beat you on every single game.
How can
You
win
won half a game?
Yeah. How can you
He
win?
was doing great, and then
You win the first part, and then you press start before she actually it says KO, so it doesn't count.
Oh, tactics.
Do you think people do that at real tournaments? They just do that?
No, but you know.
They could.
No, they do that in fights in the street. They're like, whoa, hold on. Time out. And then, it's all fine.
Imagine like that if fighting games, if people actually fought like that in real life.
What, shooting fireballs and...
Yeah, like Hadouken. That'd be both scary and, epic and of course scary. Because I wouldn't want to face someone who's shooting fireballs out of their hands.
Yeah, real life would be way more dangerous, but a lot more entertaining.
And they have like fighting tournaments in real. Oh my god! Well, I'm pretty sure that would be illegal. It would be kind of like an underground thing.
Underground thing, or something they broadcast on TV, maybe.
Like the Hunger. Well, kind of like that.
Don't say the Hunger Games. We don't want people dying.
No, I was thinking more like boxing, but yeah, I see where you're going.
Yeah, but if you're gonna televise it like boxing, people will be dying.
Yeah.
To be honest,
you don't want that.
But at the same time, if it was like video games, they will just respawn.
Yeah.
I always think that would be awesome if they had like some sort of. How would video games be in the future? Would it be like you're in the game and then if you die you respawn? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. See, this kind of comes back to. Now, this kind of comes back to the conversation you're having about what do you think of 3D. It's revolutionary technology right now, but technology is developing so quickly that Oculus Rift is the next best thing for 3D immersive, almost virtual reality style stuff. But in 2 years, 3 years, that's going to be old technology, and you're going to have something far more immersive. And you never know. You're going to be moving up to the Matrix style stuff where it's like projected into your mind.
What do you guys think of the new Google Glass that's coming out?
Oh no.
I don't know. I like it. Just
Yeah,
because
okay.
technology is really changing.
No, I'm not. It's just I don't see the point of it. It's just a gadget that people don't really need.
See, I know a lot of people are worried about it for two reasons. The first one being that it's invasive, and they were saying that one of the things that they have categorically ruled out is there will be no adverts in Google Glass. Like they can't have advertising on the screen, but also that they're afraid of having cameras basically invisible and on anyone at any given time, because people are afraid of being recorded. And I mean, with you guys living in the centre of London, that ship has kind of already sailed. I mean, you guys are recorded hundreds of times a day by CCTV cameras and all. So it is a shame that we've got smartphones and everyone's got cameras on those. So the idea of being on film, you kind of don't have a choice. Unfortunately,
I do agree with you. It's just under the same. It's like with the Xbox camera being plugged in all the time. It does feel a bit evasive. It's a bit like, no, this is very 1964. Big Brother is watching you. 1984, whatever the book is called.
There's 1984. There is a slight difference with it though. That I fully understand the Xbox camera thing, because that is literally in your bedroom, in your living room, in your home, watching your private life. But with Google Glass, you would assume that the only time you would encounter that in a problematic way is in the public. And in public, you're on CCTV, and you're being viewed by all people anyway. It's sadly, it's just the world that we're in.
Yeah.
But I do agree with the Xbox idea that you got to have a way of turning it off. I know that it has to be connected at all times, but
no, it doesn't. I've seen videos where people kind of unplug the Kinect, and it just says on the screen Kinect is unplugged. And there's just that constant notification, but I don't think
you can't game with it off.
I think you can, but you're just going to get that constant notification. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But you just get that notification because really for me it's not necessary. That's one thing that's putting me off the Xbox. Because what if you're just in boxer shorts casually just playing games, or like playing FIFA or something? You don't want the Xbox to be seeing you, like, especially how advanced it is and everything. They could be sending that info back to Microsoft, and I don't want Microsoft to see me and my hairy legs,
Well, yeah, I think that was the plan originally. Is that I remember, this might be wrong, but I remember reading something basically saying that one of the reasons they had it installed was so that they could monitor how many people were in a room for a movie, and if there were too many people, they would just cut it out. And it's one of those things where it's like how private should private be? So
yeah. See, I mean the technology of the Kinect terrifies me. I mean, I did computer game technology at university. I worked with people that have developed on this sort of stuff for a while, and I was back in Portsmouth when I went to university, and did a recent game jam session where students get together and develop video games. It's quite an interesting idea for rapid prototyping games. One of the students there was using a Kinect to map the motion of people moving, basically using it as a mocap device. And
they did the Big Bang as well, didn't they? They used it as get their 3D models.
Yeah, and that's terrifying. I mean, I understand that it can track your motion and all of that sort of stuff, but I never knew that you could program something to take that information and process it for other purposes. I always thought it was just like a very closed box thing where it had one purpose and that was it. But it's a far more intelligent piece of kit than I think anyone gives it credit for, and that is scary that it's in your house watching you at all times. in a non-in hat kind of way.
Wow.
Hmm.
Do you think they would release a Xbox One without the Kinect? Or maybe put a patch where you don't need the Kinect
probably-
for certain things?
It would, just because it'd be making them more money, wouldn't it?
Yeah. See, I don't see why they necessarily would do it. I think they would try a new marketing scheme where it's a bit like, oh, by the way, now we've patched it, so you don't actually have to have it on. But you never know. I mean, it's still always there. The light might be off, but it still might be watching. It's
freaking me out here, man.
That's what I mean. I'm not crazy. I'm not wearing a tin hat or anything like that. But
how do we know? You could be wearing a tinfoil hat.
That is a very good point.
Tinfoil's kind
Can
of
you
cool.
read my thoughts?
Nope, tinfoils. Make sure you can't.
This has gone from Xbox to X-Men.
Oh,
X-Men don't wear tinfoils in their heads.
Yeah, no.
Even though the
like,
X-Men movie,
Magneto.
the
Magneto.
new X-Men
Magneto.
movie is going to be kind of cool.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new X-Men movie is going to be kind of cool.
I can't wait for that. Sentinels.
Ant-Man's going to be amazing. Don't forget RoboCop.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody hell! So many films coming out this year. That I just wanna. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big DC Marvel fan. Superman and Batman. God,
Man,
do you know who they've actually? Lex Luthor's now. They've already found the actor for Lex Luthor.
Jesse Eisenberg.
It's the guy who did the Facebook and Zombieland.
Yeah, social.
That kid.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg.
I don't know if I don't see him as Lex Luthor, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, really.
See, he always comes across quite cold, sort of like dead behind the eyes. I mean, no offense to the guy, but he's got a very cold stare, and I think that could be good for the calculating genius Lex Luthor. From what I've seen of Lex Luthor's character in the past, mostly the Superman comics and cartoons and all, he was always the older, balding guy. But if he's playing someone in his 30s, mid-30s, I could see him doing it quite well. Yeah, well, I could see him doing it quite well.
The benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's a lot of films coming out this year. That's going to be good. It's going to be really good. It's going to be good.
I'm pretty excited about the X-Men film, though. I'm not gonna lie, because I've been waiting for that for like.
Yes, same here.
Because all they gave us was like, oh, you want a Wolverine film? You want First Class? No,
The
I don't want that.
only thing I don't understand is in the movie is Quicksilver, because he's in the Avengers as well somehow, and he's in the X-Men. So that's kind of like bring the X-Men people fighting with the Avengers people. And that's what in my head I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was always confused by that. I mean,
yeah, I'm really confused about that.
Yeah, a lot of the Marvel universes do cross over, but as far as I'm aware, the X-Men universe is one of the only universes that doesn't actually cross over with the rest of them. I mean, I'm not a massive comic book, so I don't know the ins and outs, but I always thought that the X-Men universe was quite standalone.
Actually, hold on, no. There is a scene where... No, there isn't. No, that was Justice League. Nope.
Yeah, I know they do some of the special crossover things where, what is it? The Apocalypse one where they're all zombies.
Oh, that's
yeah, that was really good actually. I like that one.
Yeah, where they've got a lot of the Marvel characters, and then they've got Undead Wolverine there. Clearly shows a crossover between the universes, but they've also kind of crossed over again with oh Christ, what's it called? The Bruce Campbell movie. I cannot think of the name. Yep, that was a complete dead end there. I can't go any further. Army of Darkness. Does anyone know the movies?
No.
No.
Nope. Sounds like a game as well, but nope.
Yeah, no, it's a movie from the 80s where Sam Raimi he wrote a movie about a bunch of college students that go to an abandoned sort of log cabin sort of thing, and then it's full of demons and spirits and monsters and things that start tearing them up, and Bruce Campbell plays the typical jock alpha male guy that takes on all of these things and ends up butchering them all with a chainsaw. and he's become one of these cult icons that Bruce Campbell can't be anything else now. He is just Bruce Campbell. And so, I cannot think of the name of it, but they did 1 and 2 were basically remakes of each other, where they upped the budget, upped the graphics, and all that sort of stuff. But the third one, they sent him back in time to medieval France, where everyone was skeletons, and he went on a killing spree. So they end up having a crossover between the Marvel zombie universe and Bruce Campbell coming forward in time to the point where the Marvel universe has gone apocalyptic, and he ends up taking on all of the Marvel characters. It's completely insane. So they can't really talk about segregating universes anymore because they mashed up so many of them that, you know, where's the line? But X-Men seems always have been that one that was standalone. Like, they had so many of their own characters that they didn't need to cross over with any others. They just introduce a new one.
Sounds... Wow.
Like, I was waiting for the new X-Men film since X-Men 3, because you know how at the end of the credits they always show that one...
Yeah, they always... Yeah.
Like, spoilers, by the way. You know how Xavier dies in X-Men... Well, you think Xavier dies in X-Men 3. And then you wait until the end of the credits and you hear his voice and you're like, yeah! He's not really dead.
Yeah.
But I was waiting. I was thinking, how are they gonna? I just want to know, how did he survive and all these things. And I'm hoping the new X-Men film is gonna show that. And obviously there's Sentinels, which is freaking amazing. And you know, like Magneto and Xavier working together once again. That's cool. And yeah, you know, because I was kind of disappointed with the other films. X-Men Origins was okay, but
I didn't really like that, to be honest, and I didn't like the Japanese Wolverine one. When Wolverine was, I think it's called Wolverine, really, isn't it?
yeah, it's the Wolverine.
I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time.
I can see what you mean, because for me it was just like,
I liked it, but I'm a girl, and I think it was maybe designed a little bit more for the feminine audience.
So plenty of Hugh Jackman getting his kit off then.
Yeah, pretty much. I would go and see it with a load of female friends. So
even then, that
You know,
it was just a bad film for me. I preferred the one before that, but
see what they
I
need.
did really
is-
enjoy First Class.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender made a really good Magneto, I thought.
Yeah,
Mm.
I do agree. I thought First Class was very, very well done.
Yeah, I didn't really understand the Xavier character. He didn't seem to be the one that I thought he was going to be, but Fassbender completely nailed it.
He did. It did confuse me, First Class and X-Men 2, just because he was walking in X-Men 2 to the plane. I was like, wait a minute. First Class, he got shot in the back.
Yeah, a bit of a timeline issue there. But
Yeah.
we'll just write it off as, you know, Xavier doing his, you know, telepathy thing.
Yeah, that'll do.
I'm not satisfied with that, because how can he make his legs move with his? Well, actually, no, he could do that, making his legs move with his mind. But then, why didn't he do that in the first place?
Or was he making you believe that he was walking?
Ah,
Yeah,
so,
Probably.
Ooh, it was a
True,
mind
true,
trick.
okay,
exactly. Yeah.
that could explain a
Oh,
lot.
there we go. There we go.
That, I'm guessing that's
Jason,
how
if I ever have any
but,
continuity errors, I'll come to you.
maybe that's how all the problems in X-Men. That's how they solve it.
Yeah.
They just say, "Oh, this Xavier's just doing this." But yeah, Patrick Stewart is an amazing guy.
But
His voice,
yeah,
just like, oh my god, I wonder.
he was the best. Was the best part of Ted. That bit at the beginning of the movie where he's talking about the Apache
Yeah.
or the helicopter gunships. Like, he made that movie. But no, as for other movies, I think something they really need to do is create X-Men Origins Gambit,
Oh.
because he was always my favourite character.
He's kind of cool, but did you see those parody videos? The X-Men,
No.
the EX-Men is pretty much, it's Xavier firing the X-Men, and he's pretty much saying, why they're fired and stuff. And he's saying, "Oh, what can you do, Gambit? All you do is throw some cards about." And it's hilarious. You should go and watch it. Actually, it's it's just, and it makes so much sense. It's like, what can he do? He just throw cards.
Yeah, he was always a bit of a loose cannon, sort of very self-centered. But I don't know. As a kid, I always thought flicking those cards was really cool, and I annoyed a lot of my uni housemates with that, just flicking cards all the time. Yeah, they didn't like me that much. Until that one time that I flicked a couple of cards across the room, and there was a crack in the paint on the wall, and I jammed the card down the crack in the paint, must have been about 10 feet away. That was pretty awesome.
Sounds pretty awesome. Oh man. If only there was some sort of video.
I know.
Probably would have went viral.
Too cool, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not that prepared. Yeah, it's been 40% Japanese games and 20% purple tomatoes.
Yeah, purple
and,
tomatoes.
10%
really. Jess sales.
Yeah.
I feel so embarrassed. Like my cosplay team actually has a blog set up for me called Jess Fails, and they just blog about my moments of fail, so yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, it's been good.
Well, thank you guys for being on the podcast. It was a great honour to have you guys on.
And cheers.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Having us, Fish.
Oh, no problem. Anytime you guys want to come on, just tell me and I can arrange it. And hopefully
Awesome.
we can get you guys
Nice
on.
one.
If you guys want Jess, Karim and Jason to be on, again, just tell me and we can arrange that. Maybe you want them on with
Guys,
people.
I'm funny.
Or maybe you want them to have...
I'm a funny guy.
Hopefully, we'll let the listeners decide. But yes. Anyway, this is the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Woohoo! Goodbye, guys. Woo!
Cheers.
Bye. Woo!
Cheers. Woohoo!
Hey guys, you've been listening to the Get Life podcast. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode that you were listening to.
Fish!
What
It's May Caker! I really want to be your girlfriend. Will you please come and give me a kiss?
No, thank you.
Oh, please, I know you want to. I have ketchup.
Oh, sorry, I have something over there to do. You know, right over the, right over there, near those bins.
Okay.
Just bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was so awkward. Bloody hell. Damn stalkers.